I'm going to go through a quick rundown of the journal that the girls get for the workshops. So this is the journal there. I actually created this journal, I can see. I created this journal back in 2020. So this is what it looks like. It's called A Girl Power Guide to Surviving Life, a self-care journal for teenage girls. And it's still very relevant. Like a lot of the stuff, it's not really outdated. Like a lot of it is still quite relevant. So I wanted to, keep it in. And a lot of the workshops are based around the topics in the book. So the way it goes is it's obviously journal style. So it's lined pages. So there's an introduction. The start of it starts out like recognizing that you have wants and needs as a young person. So there's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's basically a pyramid that just sets out your needs from your basic needs for like food and shelter up to your like self-actualization. So what your goals would be for when you grow up, basically. And then who can meet your needs, and then what this journal will be like using this journal, what using this journal will be like. And then there's just a little bit about affirmations and self-talk, about feelings, what are feelings, and then a little bit about meditation, and then the journal starts. So this is what the page looks like. So it's quite comprehensive. And it just there's like a line for checking in with yourself. How are you feeling today? If you're in a bad mood, what can you do to turn that around? Your goals, if you need to get stuff done, write down your goals. And then if you have your period, how does your period affect your mood? What nice things can you do to mind yourself during your period? If you have a study plan, exercise, and then a little bit of gratitude. So that goes on for 30 pages for a month. So most months have 30 days. So the idea is that you wake up in the morning and you check in with yourself and you just fill in the page. And then you do the same thing tomorrow, and so on and so forth until the end of the month. And then when you come to the end of the month, there's a chapter on something that's relevant to teenagers. So this one is Snapchat, Instagram and TikTok, how to have a digital detox, the idea of compare and despair. And then it goes on again for another 30 days, and then it goes back to dating and relationships. And then it goes on again, and then it comes to friendship. So that's kind of the essence of what the journal is and how you can use it. Then I also have, every girl gets a copy of this to take away. So it's hers to keep forever. And I will just kind of go through using it in the workshop. Then at the end, then I have included some blank pages, so I purposely didn't fill these in. And then I have got diary pages as well. So there's a lot of blank pages just if she wants to kind of journal, or if she wants to, like freehand journal without having any lines on the page. And then there's like note pages as well. So there's just like little pages here for notes. And then there's also kind of pages just that are blank if she wants to draw or freehand journal or anything like that. And then there's just the last piece, then is just the last few pages are blank. So that's what she will get as part of the Girlhood Collective workshop. So as you can see, this is like the cover image, and I really like that cover image. And a girl that I knew at the time did the illustrations for me. A very, very talented young girl did the illustrations. She had her own little business and she designed these for me. I sent her over the brief. She came back and she made some really, really gorgeous illustrations, I have to say. Unfortunately though, this book was self-published and there was only so much that I had control over before I submitted it to be published. And for some reason, it never actually printed. So that's just consent there, but it never actually printed in colour. It only printed in black and white, which I was disappointed, and so was Rachel, the girl who did it. We were both very disappointed. My main concern was that it didn't showcase her talent, and it didn't showcase the level of talent that she had. It didn't showcase it at the time because it printed in black and white. But anyway, I was really happy with the colour and the cover picture. So I bought this image from her. I paid for this to have the rights to this image, and then I've been using it just as kind of the logo, or the logo kind of brand, I suppose, image. So then I came along in 2022 and I got these little affirmation cards printed for the girls as well, and I sold those. I got like 55 packs, 52 packs from a printer. So I sent a brief over to a printer, told them that I wanted to use this image. I wanted playing card size cards and I wanted a front and back. So the front of it just says 25 affirmation cards to remind you that you are awesome, you have choices, and you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Go get 'em, girl. So that's just the front of it. And then at the back, every card has a different affirmation. So this one says, all of my feelings are valid. I give myself permission to feel whatever I'm experiencing from moment to moment without judgment. So I don't have any more of these left, unfortunately. So I did contact the printer, but they never got back to me. So I'm assuming maybe they've gone into liquidation, or maybe they're just not in operation anymore. But I wanted to get more of these to bring with me to the rest of the workshops. So these are the last ones that I have, and I won't part with these because they're the only remaining ones that I have, no more in existence. So what I'm going to do is what I did in the past few workshops is take these with me, spread them out, and get the girls to pick one, and whatever one they resonate with or they can relate to, would you just take a picture of it, which is handy, and it's kind of saving the trees as well. So they just usually screenshot it on their phone as a screensaver, or they make a Pinterest board out of it as well. So these are the two things that will be in the workshops, in the bags. So I'm contemplating using goodie bags. I really would love to get tote bags done. That's probably something I will do down the line. I haven't got that far yet. I have one tote bag in production. I'm getting that printed just for myself to see how they turn out, and then to see if it's worth kind of bulk buying and printing loads of them for the girls. So that's something down the line, and a lot of this stuff is trial and error when you're running a business and when you're starting something small, like a small enterprise or something. A lot of it is trial and error. So anyway, for now, this is what they'll get: a copy of this book to take away to keep forever and ever, and a little photo of an affirmation card that feels relevant and right for them. So that's it again.